Welcome. This is Barry Jones from the Angel School, and we're here for a weekly angel reading for January 6th through the 12th, 2020. So let's take a moment to take a deep breath and to really connect in with the cosmic heart of the universe. And as you just place your intention to allow this cosmic transmission to take place within the soul or the heart of your soul, as you allow this intention of connecting with the cosmic heart of the universe to take place within the heart of your soul, see your own inner flame ablaze with abundance. And as you see yourself becoming drawn closer and closer to this cosmic flame of light that illuminates the shadows of your soul and brings brilliance, harmony, peace, unconditional love, and balance to all aspects of your being at this time, to every etheric level that you exist within, throughout all time and space dimensions. Allow yourself now to step into the flame of unconditional love. Experience this pure agape love. And this is the word they're writing right now, agape. They want you to step into this pure unconditional love and to allow everything that is going on with you outside of yourself and every internal struggle to place it on pause as best you can and rest in the hope of the love that is universal and eternal for you. And then feel yourself connecting to the earth and allow yourself to feel very grounded. And just continue to breathe and relax. And just feel yourself enveloped in this love, connecting to the cosmic heart of the universe. And notice the messages that are coming through. And focus on the feeling of security and knowing that all is safe. And is in the trust of God. And see God, whatever it is that you're offering to God, see Him place a seal over it, knowing that this is getting extra attention so that you can let go of the criticism, judgments that you're having about it. And when you feel a sense of inner peace, let it go and let it be on its way. now as you connect in, your ascended masters that you work with are surrounding you and bringing you peace. They're placing their hands on your head and sending light through your crown chakra, down through your heart line and into your body, and down through the earth chakra beneath your feet, helping to connect you to the earth, hollow earth, and to help you manifest and to be present with the feast of life, of all the opportunities. They want you to feast on the opportunities of life that is available in abundance to you, and to let go of your focus on what you lack. So if you find yourself really focused on lack, find yourself in deep thoughts about all the things that you lack and all of your doubts, know that this is contradicting every impulse, instinct, and desire that you wish for. It's disenabling your ability to flow with your intuition and to be able to read the signals that are coming to you through your instincts and through the sharp, clear, inspiring ideas that you receive when you are in alignment and you feel at one with the universe, when you feel that connection, when you feel like you are in a place of perfection. So as we just sort of tune in, they're writing the word age, and they're giving us a sense that they're talking right now about the new age, the new golden age, and that we're going to be walking through that portal that they're showing me like a gateway, like a gateway of stones, and we're walking through that portal. And it's very important that you understand, as we were talking about in the previous video, that the earth is also going through this portal of ascension. And what this is going to require is a profound nurturing on your part to feel. First of all, they're showing me an umbrella, and there was like a little teardrop falling from the umbrella. Now, umbrella means, for me, that you're safely under the protection of the universe, of God's love. And that one teardrop is new. So there's a sense that that things will just fall off of you, that the things that are going to be clearing for you. So there's a sense that you're going to have some sort of, say, rainy days, but you're going to be fully under the umbrella of the universe, fully protected, and you will not be drenched, and you won't drown in the emotions or in your emotions, your wounds. You won't drown in your wounds. So you may see some things come up that are reminiscent of past circumstances. But what they want you to be aware of is that you don't have to allow yourself to give over yourself to the emotions in terms of the negative experiences. You don't have to fear that you're going to drown in these, like you may have done in the past. Maybe in the past, when certain circumstances come up, you just cave, and you find yourself stuck. It's like you're drowning or something, and it feels like you're drowning, and it's very painful. And I just wrote the word finish. And what they're saying is this kind of level of experience is finished. Now everything is up to you. You can go further, you can just let yourself go, but you're going to discover that you have a little bit more support, that you just can't go completely on your own. You have to really want to go that far. And so don't readily click into this sort of frame of mind that, oh, here we go again. Because it's not going to be like that. You're going to find that it comes up. And what they're telling me is to tell you to pause. That's the word I'm seeing now as I was thinking that. That thought was coming through. Pause. And what they mean by that is don't do anything that you would normally do. Instead of reacting immediately, pause, observe, and see how things are going to unfold before you make an assumption and then start something that will feel like it's from the past, and that it'll feel like, well, there is no real shift here. I'm going through the same things over and over again. But what they're writing right now is suspicion. And so one of the tools of the ego is it uses suspicion. And it feels like it's discernment or it's insight or clarity, and it's not. Suspicion is all about assumptions. It's all about, sort of letting your mind sort of ramble on in fear about what might occur or what might happen. And they want you to push pause within yourself. Take a deep breath, a sobering deep breath, they're telling me. And allow yourself, as you take in that sobering deep breath, and even there's just the thought of calling and having intention for a sobering deep breath, that you're calling on the highest frequencies of consciousness. You're calling upon the highest frequencies of consciousness, inspiration. I even want to say oxygen. You're just calling that higher consciousness. So just have a sense of taking a sobering deep breath. And then just observe. Don't react. Don't make any decisions, and don't even try to figure anything out. And that is a counteraction to this usual action of reacting, which is to not take the time to think things through or to allow something to occur before you assume what it is that's going to happen, and then you sort of prepare yourself in that vein, which is why we kind of find ourselves in cycles, looping, repeating, which is a device of the ego. And what we end up practicing is this feeling of not being safe. We end up practicing that the worst is about to happen, or that good things never happen to me, or I have bad luck, or My timing is always off, or, it's never perfect. It's never whatever. So instead of just jumping to those conclusions, making snap decisions or reactions, pause. Now, you may not remember to do this right away, but I'm getting this feeling that when something happens, it's sort of like, it's sort of arresting, isn't it? Like almost for this, in this brief moment, everything stops within you because you go, uh-oh. And in that moment, it just sort of saps your joy, just drains it. But don't let your joy go. Your joy is at the core of your being. And don't release your joy to these kinds of circumstances. Hold on to that joy and release that arresting feeling of fear. Hold on to your joy and release that arresting feeling of fear. So pause. Take a sobering breath. And let's just focus on that in this week. Now, whatever comes up, take a sobering breath. Pause, and then take a sobering breath, and then observe. Let the situation play out in front of you. And don't try to fix anything or do anything, so that you can probably discover that some of it has nothing to do with you. And sometimes we just jump right in and put ourselves in the middle of things that has nothing to do with us. It's not meant for us, but just for something for us to be aware of and to observe and to learn lessons sometimes without it being really about you. We can learn a lot from what we see others do, but we don't necessarily need to participate in what they have created for themselves. And this they're adding, when you do less of jumping in and less of reacting, you help others to see that what they're creating is unnatural and unnecessary. And in doing so, without saying a word to them, but just by being, without just being an observer and not engaging it, not taking it on, you help them to do less of what it is that they do that creates so much misery and tension and stress and anxiety for themselves. All right, so let's take a look at the cards for this week and start with the Archangel Oracle and see which Archangel is coming up for us. So this makes sense, doesn't it? So all of this is to help us to find our priorities, to focus on our priorities. And so Archangel Metatron is saying, prioritize, focus on those highest priorities, and he will help to get you organized and motivated. And it's also very appropriate. Now, we had Archangel Metatron at the beginning of the year. We had that reading that was sort of on the cusp with the children, talking about the new rainbow children that will be coming through and other things. And he is the archangel that you can call upon. Who's in charge of this ascension process. He's in charge of reprogramming your DNA and for the new golden age. And they're working with your crystalline light body and helping to restore your fifth dimensional blueprint within you, within your soul, so that you start to access the technology, the spiritual technology of your soul. And this sort of sobering pause, sobering breath is to help you break or disconnect from the old paradigm, the old platform of fear, of illusion, to help you to slowly bring balance and harmony back to the purpose of our ego in this physical experience, in this three-dimensional reality. But it was so dominant and out of balance that it kept us from being able to access the higher dimensions and frequencies of consciousness. So you really work with Archangel Metatron in this year in particular, because the portal that we're going through is, and that the earth is going through, is under his direction, and also because we are going to really need help with being focused on our spiritual priorities and learning to use these spiritual technologies that will help reset, break the cycles of fear, of limitation, and help us to start practicing the lessons of the Ascension. So it's like this technique today is sort of to help you to access, or help you to start working with the fifth dimensional soul technology, and to enhance the practice of accessing these frequencies and this consciousness, and working with that higher level of consciousness versus that lower level of the ego. All right? All right, so let's take a look at the card for this week. I feel like Archangel Metatron really, he wants us to get on with it and really focus. Now, this is interesting as well, because this is a card about organization, and the year 2020, when you break it down, all the numbers, 2, so there's only 2 plus 2, and that's 4. And so in the tarot, this is the Emperor year. So this year is the year of the Emperor in terms of tarot. And so this card is perfect in terms of what we were just talking about, but also a reminder for this year. And that is to, have priorities that you, that will help to give structure to your life. The things that elevate the experience of your life and give you a sense of purpose. Now, a lot of us are looking for control over our lives. And for some of us, we may look at the Emperor and think of someone who has all the power and all the control. And in a sense, you really do. But it's how you use that power is what we're going to be looking at in this year. And in this week, starting off, a lot of the readings I'm feeling like in January are going to really be for the week, but also for the year, because we're talking about starting in the present. So we're not looking at the future as something that's, predetermined and set in stone. What we're looking at is the future that is created out of our present actions. And if we work, like as Metatron is trying to help us here, if we focus and work in such a way that we set priorities, then we're setting intentions for a future outcome. And we're setting them in a clear way. So the Emperor here, in terms of control and power, he's giving you the control. He's reminding you that control, that power, that control, authority that you want is most powerful in the present moment. And that's why fear has nothing to do with the present moment. It never does. Fear is about something that's outside of the present. It's either the future or the past. And usually you're relating to it's coming from something you learned in the past. And what the past does is, what this fear does is overrides the present and keeps projecting, making assumptions, suspicions about the future. Even not so talking about the distant future, that's true as well, but the immediate future, the split moment right after the present that you're in. And if you really want to gain control over your life, you want to have this sense of security that the emperor sort of represents to us in the old paradigm, then you need to really start thinking about how you respond to everything that happens to you. And so the power, the control, the authority that you're seeking is in the pause and that sobering breath, and then observe. Because a true leader should observe what's going on and think about it, then come up with a plan in a way that will best execute that, to implement policies and to implement procedures that will be the most efficient and productive. And so this pause, sobering breath, and observation, then listen to your instincts and your intuition will help you to come up with a better way, a better response to the present, and will hopefully help you to see that a lot of what's going on, the drama drama is never about the present. It's about the past. And it's worry about the future. Guilt about the past and worry about the future. And so what we need to do to cut those strings, those cords of fear, is to pause, sobering breath, observe, and then let the messages filter in through inspiration. You'll know when you have the message because you will feel inspired. Your creativity will start to flow. You'll have a conviction and determination. These are the words I believe truly are the way that God, the universe, communicates through you on that template of understanding, that template of light. All right, let's take a look at the card for the middle of the week. All right, these are all really great cards. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is about the legacy, right? I always feel this for me is the legacy card. And it's the legacy we want to leave behind. And it's the legacy we want to create moving forward. So right now, the cosmic heart, I just saw that. Said through my concentration, but I'll integrate it. So the legacy is within the cosmic heart. The legacy that each and every soul is meant to fulfill is within the cosmic heart. It's the cosmic love. When you feel passionate and inspired to do something, I was just explaining to someone that for me, when I feel engaged or I feel charged to do something is when I have a purpose, when I feel the purpose to help or support or uplift or inspire. That's what motivates me. And it could be different for everyone. But if I feel that I am going to be, when I can identify the way I can assist or help, that's when the lights turn on for me. I was just telling my brother, who was thinking about applying for jobs, and you look at the resume and things, and you see all this criteria, and it's kind of unrealistic what they put, because the person that every job is looking for, they will never find that every aspect of what they're looking for. And it kind of causes us to feel like we are inadequate when we look at these kind of job descriptions and what they're looking for, right? It makes you feel really inadequate. You start saying what you're not good at. You start focusing on your doubts. You start focusing on the lack and the inadequacy within yourself. And to counteract this, what I suggested is that you research the job, and you look at their strengths and their weaknesses, and you see if the company's strengths match you and inspire you, and also look at their weaknesses to see if you can, with your talents and abilities, strengthen those weaknesses for them. And then once you do that, and once you focus on that, now you have that purpose within you. You have that clear mission and intention that will motivate you through the process of filling out the application, of the interviews, because they may not know what they're really missing. They may not really be aware of their weaknesses, and if they are, they may not have the solutions for them yet. And that you may discover that because you have connected in this way, that connection through the process of the interviews and application and the cover letter, if they still do this, but will really inspire, create a shift in what they're looking for and what they thought, that all that whole dynamic will come into perspective in a more balanced way that is more realistic and pure. So just something to think about in terms of the legacy, as we're all so focused at this point in the year about, wanting to create a legacy. So we set these resolutions for the year. And the thing is to not allow yourself to react, to everything the way you do. So if you're looking for a new job or a position that may be of you're looking to elevate your position, or you're applying to for a promotion, or the new job that you're applying for will be a promotion from what you've done, and you're feeling sort of insecure. Your ego starts that whole spiel again. Pause, take a sobering breath, and just observe. Now, in this way, just observe the company, research, find out what those strengths are, what those weaknesses are. If it's, if you're trying to if you want a family, so you want a loving relationship, and you want to find, and you want a relationship that will last, and that you can, they're writing a charmed life, basically. We're all looking for a charmed life. And you want to have a family, pause, because when you start thinking about, all the people you've met, blah, 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 and how that didn't work out, and, or you start looking at where you are in your life, or your age, and all these things that we just use to put excuses, to put more fear on our path, to put more assumptions and suspicions that keep us from being open to what's available to us. And a lot of times you're focused on either the problem, you're focused on the wrong question. When you don't get the result you're looking for, it's because you're asking the wrong question. You're looking for the wrong answers. And so you have to, you need some time to reassess, to step back, instead of just jumping in with the same assumptions and assertions. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the card for the end of the week. Whoopla. And the Page of Wands. And we've had this card come up recently, I'm pretty sure. And what I love about the Page of Wands, because the fire element represents the spirit of innovation and inspiration and passion and creativity. And what I love about this card is, of course, the page is about an initiation, or a beginning, that you're starting off, and you just have all of this energy, and it's just, maybe you don't have control over it, Okay, and that's so contradicting to that control you want to have, right? But with the Emperor, but it's also important to have that balance. And right now, you just need to let go. And you need to explore, you need to experiment, you need to be curious, follow your curiosity, experiment, explore. Let yourself have this moment. Let yourself dream. This is the time for you to dream big, to not hold back, to not let those fears get in the way. So, when you feel them coming up, pause, take a sobering breath, just be present in the moment. And we're seeing Archangel Raphael. I'm sorry, I kept saying his name and it didn't dawn upon me that he was trying to come through. So Archangel Raphael is the archangel of abundance, actually, and he also of healing, and so people, traveling and lovers. So if at this time, you can work with Archangel Raphael to sort of heal the aspects of you that feel that you do not deserve, wherever this is coming up for you, to heal the feelings of inadequacy, wherever this is coming up for you. And you can call upon him right now. And you can ask Archangel Raphael to bring his cosmic emerald, which is a very luminescent color, very lighter shade of this emerald green. And ask him to place this cosmic emerald where you need it within your etheric bodies. And you may feel a lot of warmth or tingling or different sensations. And so he wrote the word ego. And so he's going to place this in your ego to bring a healing perspective to your ego, to help the ego to be more in balance, to be more in harmony, so that you can have more trust and that you can focus on your priorities, and to help soothe the anxiety, that the assumptions and suspicions that the ego creates. And he's also saying that he's placing this emerald green light, the cosmic emerald, in your heart chakra so that abundance grows, and to help give you a mind of abundance, so that you can feel safe, and so that you can heal those wounds, like of crises. And this should feel soothing and nurturing. So when you call upon Archangel Raphael, you'll feel this soothing and nurturing frequency. So in that process where you're pausing, in that sobering breath, and then when you just observe or just be present and continue to breathe, you can feel this nurturing love. And he wrote the angel number 28, which says, money comes to you as you keep the faith that you, your loved ones, and your beautiful life purpose are fully supported by heaven. So this whole sobering breath, the pause, sobering breath, and just being and calling upon Archangel Metatron and Archangel Raphael will help soothe your vibrational currency that you are sending out into the universe, and bring a sense of alignment and harmony so that abundance can flow to you. Okay. So let's take a look at the card I've already pulled from the bottom of the deck, and this is perfect. The Ace of Cups. You know, that cosmic love, tuning into your heart is what we're really doing this week. Because tuning into your heart is each and every one of your hearts is the center of the universe. Each one of your hearts is in alignment now with the cosmic heart. And this alignment gives you the messages of agape, pure love, unconditional love. Pure unconditional love for yourself and pure unconditional love for others. And when you tap into this cosmic heart, the angels just wrote, you draw all of the angels, all of your angels and guides towards you, all the support and the love that you need to help you to feel prosperous, to help you to feel abundant in talent, gifts, and abilities and skills, to help you to see a way out of no way. This is, we used to say this a lot when in my, growing up in my Christian church, God will help you to make a way out of no way. A way out of no way. And so this is why we should never just give in to these reactions of the ego, the suspicion, because God can help us find a way out of no way. All right? So this is our mission this week, to just really connect in with our heart. And to do that, the information that we usually goes right into our brain, our mind, and the mind, it's a neutral zone. It's got the whole spectrum of thoughts running through it, because that's how we make choices. But we make those choices through our heart, through that cosmic love. And this pause, sobering breath, observe, be present, this is another way of saying observe, allows you to go to the heart, the cosmic heart within your soul, and get all of the information, the priorities that are right for you at this time. Okay, so I send you lots of love, and I thank you for joining me, and welcome to the new year, and welcome to this breakthrough year and this portal that is available to us, the earth as well, as we travel through this energetically, okay? Which means that we're going to get practice with breaking patterns. That's the breakthrough, because it's going to feel like you're reliving things, but you're going to apply this technique to break that connection. And it will happen as many times as you need to get it. To get it as a visceral connection within your soul, to so much that your soul creates a new connection, which evolves into a new experience, a new way of being. And your angels are there. They're going to be there with you the entire time. They won't leave your side. There's nothing that you can do to push them away. There's no wrong. They want you to know this, that you could create, or mistakes that you could make that would distance them from you, because they've been given permission to lift you to the highest vibration possible for you at this time. No matter what's going on, they have been given permission to stay close to you, to help you to form. So either they're writing the word form, to help you to form your priorities, and I think also to help you to come into form is more deeply the meaning. To help you to come into form of your fifth dimensional blueprint. So this is not going against your divine will, because we've all agreed to this. So don't be sort of put off by the intensity of this experience, this process. Hang in there, okay? So if you're looking for an angel reading, please feel free to contact me at theangelschool.com, where you can find this in the description link below. We can also do something where we find out what your card for the year is, and we work on that and talk about that and the lessons that may mean for you and your soul journey through this process this year. So this is something they're just telling me, because I didn't think of it before. So if you're looking for an angel reading to sort of help establish where you are this year, not looking to know what the future is, but where you are in the present and where you could be in the present to create the best outcome for yourself. All right. And also, don't forget to join us with the daily card messages on my Facebook page, which you can find in the description link below as well. And also, you can join us on Twitter. And I believe next weekend, which would be the 11th at 7 p.m., we're going to have another live chat. So I look forward to seeing you all there. God bless you, and peace be with you.